Kau dan aku di bawah bintang, menari bersama, lupakan segalanya. Cinta kita seperti lagu yang indah.
Curiosity connects us all. If you love discovering real culture, please subscribe this channel.
Wow, it's filled with so many red decorations. Is this really Indonesia's Chinatown?
This is Jakarta's Glodok Chinatown.
When I hear Chinatown, I usually imagine the one in Yokohama, but I didn't know there was one in Indonesia too.
Unlike Japan, it's less of a tourist trap and more of an area where you can feel the real, everyday lives of Indonesian Chinese people. All these red decorations are being sold in preparation for the Chinese New Year.
I see. Is this a historical area?
It seems there have been Chinese communities and temples here since ancient times.
So it's a neighborhood that formed naturally.
In the 18th century, when the sugar trade flourished under Dutch rule, there were Chinese immigrants all over Jakarta. People who excelled in sugar refining and trade gathered here.
So they weren't just in this one spot.
However, in 1740, a major conflict occurred under Dutch rule, and many houses were burned down. It is said that the remaining Chinese people were then gathered here in the Glodok district.
So the Glodok of today is a continuation of that history.
This is a town that was reborn from those events.
And it became this vibrant, energetic place. How resilient!
This town is a unique place where you can observe a mix of Indonesia, China, Buddhism, and Southern Chinese folk beliefs. Let's go take a look.
Wow, red over there, red over here. But why is everything in Chinese culture red? Is it something political?
Actually, it's not. A famous origin story is the legend of a monster called Nian.
Oh, here comes the monster.
The monster Nian was said to appear in villages every New Year's Eve, causing great damage.
Maybe it's called Nian because it only comes out once a year?
Exactly. Legend has it that because this monster was afraid of red clothes, red became a color to ward off evil. That's why in China, red is a color that symbolizes prosperity.
So that's why everything is red. The cheongsam dresses you like are also red, right, San-san?
Maybe she's wearing it to ward off evil.
They're selling red clothes. The lanterns and everything are all red. Look at these. Are they New Year's envelopes? How cute!
These are Chinese New Year envelopes called hongbao.
The retro 1970s style illustrations feel quite fresh. On the other hand, this one is on the cutting edge of trends.
It really is. To digress a bit, Indonesia is a country with a large Muslim population. In Islam, they also give out New Year's envelopes after the fasting month.
The Islamic envelopes are cute too.
Walking through Chinatown, you see Muslim people here and there as well.
It really is a cultural mix. Is that t-shirt Chinese too?
Well, you can't even tell where the borders are anymore.
Finally, it's food time!
You can't miss the food when you come to Chinatown. This is a popular shop called Golden Dragon Coffee. Let's try some Indonesian Chinese cuisine, which is different from pure Chinese food.
Is this your medicine, San-san?
No, it's Liangcha. It's a Chinese-style herbal health drink.
So this is tea. I'll need some courage for this.
It has a bit of bitterness, but it's surprisingly refreshing.
The medicinal-looking bottle really gives it a local feel.
This is mie sagu goreng. The fried noodle dish mie goreng is famous as Indonesian Chinese food. But these noodles are made from the sago palm that grows wild in Indonesia.
It looks like rice vermicelli, but it's not made of rice.
It has a chewy texture with a bit of elasticity.
With all these vegetables, it's bound to be delicious. I'm getting hungry. These are so cute. Are they plump dumplings?
They are Chaipan. It's a dish from the Chinese community on Indonesia's Kalimantan island.
Is the filling mostly vegetables?
Yes, it's filled with things like radish, chives, and shrimp. It might be closer to shumai than a dumpling.
It seems like it would have a very gentle flavor.
Since it's steamed, it's not oily and can be eaten easily.
Dessert time! Is this a cute yellow-shaped cake?
That's pumpkin pao, a pumpkin bun.
So that's why it's yellow. Is the inside filled with sweet bean paste?
You can choose the filling, but this one is bean paste. The taste is exactly like a pumpkin-flavored steamed bean bun.
After all, you can't have Chinese food without steamed buns. In Indonesia, they've mixed it with pumpkin and made the shape so cute too.
When you step outside, you often see stalls selling fish cakes.
Fried food?
That's Pempek. It's an Indonesian dish made from fish paste.
So it's not Chinese.
Correct. However, there seems to be an influence from Chinese fish cake culture.
I see, so this is also a cultural mix.
Next, let's look at the mix of faiths in this town.
There isn't just one temple around here, is there?
Yes. First, the famous central temple of Glodok, Jinda Yuan.
So many people are coming here to pray.
Right. It was just before the Chinese New Year. And a little further away, there is also a temple called Toasa Bio. These two temples are said to have existed since before the conflict in 1740.
So, a Chinese community has been here since ancient times.
That's right. And during the 1740 incident, Chinese people from other districts were also gathered here.
And so it became Indonesia's largest Chinatown as we see it today.
It's interesting to observe the statues in these two temples.
The types of gods are all different, aren't they?
Yes, three major faiths are mixed here. First, from Buddhism, which is practiced across Asia. This is the Buddha.
He looks like he's attaining enlightenment under the Bodhi tree.
And this is the Maitreya Buddha. In Japan, he's famous as Hote-sama. He is a Buddha who will appear in the future and is a symbol of abundance and peace.
He's got his belly out and is laughing so much.
Next, from Taoism, which is practiced throughout China. The General White Tiger. He's a being that wards off evil and protects places.
He's kind of not scary. He almost looks like a certain famous Japanese comedian.
He is the guardian deity of the West, warding off evil and protecting this place.
So he's like a regional guardian.
This is also a tiger, the 5 tiger generals.
This one is scary. But it's charming that all 5 have the same expression.
He is a powerful guardian who has gathered the strength of 5 tigers.
Like a guardian for a tiger-themed baseball team.
And finally, folk beliefs from southern China. This is Zhusheng Niangniang.
Written as Niangniang. Is she a popular goddess?
She is a goddess who grants children and protects childbirth.
Ah, she must be popular with women. I'll say a prayer.
And this is Huapo and Gong. They are believed to protect children and their growth.
They look like grandfathers and grandmothers, almost like ancestors.
This is the diverse face of faith in Glodok, Chinatown. Actually, there is even a Christian church in this district.
Buddhism, Taoism, and local beliefs. So many gods and Buddhas. Observing this mix of faiths is another great way to enjoy this town.
Yes, that's exactly it.
Even though this is Chinatown, there are not only Chinese people, but also Muslims here.
Yes. Seeing the sellers in red shops wearing hijabs made me happy for some reason. Decorations, food, religion, and people. Glodok is a town where you can feel a cultural mix unique to Indonesia. It's located right near the Jakarta Glodok station. I'll report back again if I find another interesting place. Thank you for watching.
Curiosity connects us all. If you love discovering real culture, please subscribe this channel.